Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to skip trowel a ceiling after you've done a skim coat without doing any sanding whatsoever. These techniques will help you turn your old ugly ceiling into a new modern masterpiece. I'll also show you all the tools I use to apply the skip trowel texture and mix the skip trowel texture. And if you missed the previous videos in this series, I'll leave links down in the description where I showed you how to skim coat over the popcorn ceiling, second coating, and also how to mix the skim coat mud.
And if you're new to the channel, my name's Paul and I've been a drywall and painting contractor for over 20 years. If you're looking to step up your drywall, texturing, and painting game, be sure to hit that subscribe button and also the bell notification to get alerted whenever I post a new video. Let's get into this video.
All right, got the skim coat dried overnight. So we're good to go, ready for me to do this skip trowel texture. So I'm going to show you how to mix up the skip trowel to do this 12 by 12 ceiling that I skim coated. It was a popcorn ceiling, skim coated it twice. Going to do a skip trowel texture to match the rest of the home ceilings. This is the last room that didn't get the popcorn skimmed over and skip troweled. So here we go. Just a couple things. I got just a container of water to be able to make it easier and see how much water I'm putting in the bucket. Here's some sand. I'm gonna put in probably, I don't know, cup and a half. I've got a half a bucket of all-purpose joint compound USG dark green lid. Paint mixer. That's what I'm gonna mix it up with. I have a bigger mixer, but I'm just doing a little bit of a skip trowel, so I'm not gonna need to really break that out. Just a paint mixer for your do-it-yourselfers and a 20-volt cordless DeWalt drill. I'm gonna mix that up in a second, show you what I'm gonna use to do the skip trowel. I got a Hawk. You can use a mud pan. I prefer a Hawk. Some people use mud pans, some people use Hawks. 14-inch goldblatt drywall taping knife. My 6-inch, I like to keep it in my pocket, scrape any high areas, anything like that. So I'll have a 6-inch right here in my back pocket, or for tight areas if I need them. I don't think I'll need them on this ceiling. And a scooper makes it easy to get the skip trowel out of the bucket and put it on the Hawk. So that's everything I'm going to be using. I'm going to get to mixing. Again, here's the sand. I'm not going to put it all in yet. Probably don't need it. The original skip trowel in this house isn't real sandy, so probably about a cup. Used half. Probably half of that. I'll mix it up and see what I have, but that's probably going to be good enough. Cup of sand, half a bucket of all-purpose joint compound. Don't put too much water. Mix it thick and then thin it down as you go. You don't want it too thin because then you're going to have to add more mud. What I like to do is use half a bucket increments. I split a bucket in half. That way I can keep the mixture the same with the sand and the water. And it doesn't slosh everywhere. If you got a full bucket and you're trying to power mix it, it's going to throw mud everywhere. So just get it mixed up. You want to mix the joint compound to a thick pancake batter consistency. Then you want to thoroughly mix the sand and water into the joint compound. Once it's pretty much mixed in, you want to start bringing up the joint compound from the bottom so it's all thoroughly mixed. So I got my Hawk, got my 14-inch knife, scooper. You don't want to put too much on your Hawk. It goes a good distance. Probably get a 3x3 area. So I'll just take my knife, get all the corners. Anything that's on the walls from the skim coat, I'm going to go around with a rag and just wipe off. It's not a lot, so make sure you got any all boogers or high areas, ridges.
right, so I'm just going to take a little on the knife, going to get it started, figure it out a little bit. Not much. You'll find the joint compound is perfect on how it grabs the skip trowel. If you're trying to skip trowel where painted surface tends to slide a little more. You got to work it a little more. This grabs just how you want it. So I'll get a big enough area, pretty much just use all the mud, and then I'll knock it all down from the opposite direction. If you notice, I'm very consistent on how much mud I actually put on my knife before I'm about to pull the skip trowel. Let me know in the comments if you're a DIYer, a contractor, painter, handyman. Just kind of curious. Now for the corners, I'm just loading the end up over there just to, so I don't pile it up. Sometimes I'll go over the same spot, and that's because the skip trowel's being grabbed differently each time, and I just want to be happy with how it looks before I move on to a new section. And actually, you don't want a lot of skip trowel along the whole edge. That way when you go to cut in, it's a lot easier to cut in than trying to cut in on that textured surface. You make a mistake, just scrape it off. Seems like a big blob. I'll leave a link to an entire skip trowel texturing playlist in the YouTube card above now. Let me know in the comments if you have a wall or ceiling that needs a skim coat. It'll dry pretty quick on this skim coat too, which is good. Probably be able to prime it later today. Painting might be pushing it. Right, so I'm going to go the other way, opposite way. Just knock it down. You can go the same way as you put it on to knock it down, but I think this gives it enough variation instead of straight lines going down your ceiling. So there's I got that with one hawk load. So that's probably a quarter of the room. And it's good every once in a while to drop down, take a look, see what you got up, and you can add a little, knock down something that doesn't quite look like it got knocked down right. See a high knife mark right here. Scrape that back, around. Looks good. Let me know in the comments if you might try a skip trowel texture or even skim coating. You can kind of see I get into a rhythm doing the skip trowel texture. It helps it be consistent and also move relatively quickly. If you like this video, you might like my how to skim coat with a paint roller trick. I'll leave a link to that video in the YouTube card above now.
knocking it down the opposite way. Once I pretty much ran out of mud on my hawk.
Leave me a hashtag drywall tube if you made it this far in the video.
You'll develop your own techniques as far as timing, all that. All right, so there's two hawk loads, about a third done.
And stay tuned for part 2 of this video. And if you want to step up your drywall, texturing, or painting game, be sure to hit that round icon in the middle of the screen now to keep up with all my latest videos. If you've got a friend that's a contractor or DIYer, be sure to share this video with them on Facebook or Twitter. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check the description for more video links.